Everyone told him to win. To be faster, smarter, better. But what if I told you the moment he stopped competing was the moment his life truly began? He grew up measuring everything: grades, followers, income, approval. Every single achievement felt like a temporary victory, because there was always someone else ahead. Even when he finally got that promotion at work, someone else had already moved further. Even when he bought a new car, a friend had a better one. It wasn't ambition. It was a constant race. A race he didn't even know he was running. He would wake up in the morning. The first thing he'd do was scroll through social media and compare his life to people he didn't even know. Every post, every picture, every status update felt like a judgment. You're not enough. And no matter how much he achieved, no matter how hard he tried, it was never, ever enough. The pressure was relentless, a silent weight on his chest that grew heavier with each passing day. The competition never stopped. He worked harder. He slept less. He smiled more. But inside, he felt emptier than ever. One night, after another exhausting day, he sat alone in his car. The engine was off. His phone was face down on the passenger seat. Silence all around. And for the very first time, he asked himself a question that stopped everything in its tracks. Who am I trying to beat? He thought about it, really thought about it. It wasn't someone who inspired him. It wasn't a mentor who challenged him to be better. He was just constantly chasing. And the answer that came back was everyone. In that quiet car, in that profound silence, he realized he wasn't living his life. He was living a competition, a race with no finish line. And he was completely and utterly exhausted. He remembered the moments he had missed. Friends laughing at a joke while he was still at his desk, working late. Family dinners he'd skipped to chase status. So many small, simple joys he'd overlooked because he was convinced that someone, somewhere was doing better than him. Something inside him shifted that night. He didn't quit his job. He didn't disappear from social media. He didn't make some grand announcement. He just stopped competing. At first, it was terrifying. He didn't check social media constantly anymore. He stopped trying to prove himself in every conversation. He stopped comparing his progress to others. Instead, he asked himself a different question every morning. Am I better than I was yesterday? The first week, he felt anxious, a nagging feeling that he was doing something wrong, that he was falling behind. Everyone else is still running the race, he thought. But what if the race I need to run is with myself? Slowly, day by day, he started noticing things he hadn't before. The incredible colors of the sunrise on his walk to work. A genuine, heartfelt laugh from a colleague. The simple, quiet satisfaction of finishing a task without worrying about what anyone else thought of it. He realized his life had been filled with the loud noise of other people's successes. But now, in the quiet, he could finally hear his own. Weeks turned into months. Without the constant noise of comparison, he became calmer. Without the endless chase for approval, he became clearer on what he truly wanted. And without feeling the need to win against others, he became genuinely confident. People around him noticed. They started asking questions. What's changed? Why do you seem so much lighter? Why aren't you rushing anymore? And he didn't have a dramatic answer. He just smiled. Because for the first time in his life, his focus wasn't on winning. It was on living. The heavy burden was gone, replaced by a sense of peace he hadn't felt since he was a child. His energy was now his own, not something to be spent chasing ghosts. Here is the truth that no one ever really tells you. Comparison doesn't push you forward. It pulls you apart. There will always be someone ahead of you. Someone richer. Someone faster. Someone louder. But the moment you stop competing with everyone else, you start becoming the person you were always meant to be. You don't need to outrun others. You just need to walk at your own pace, on your own path. Success isn't about being ahead of other people. It's about being at peace with yourself. Sometimes, the biggest victory you can ever achieve in life is knowing when to step out of the race. Stop competing. Start living.